Well, hello, Immanuel. We're in our first week of the lockdown I guess I should say the quarantine for the coronavirus. And some of you are probably wondering, like, what do I do about church and what's happening at the church and do we go or don't we? And so if you haven't already got a call by now, just so you know, we are in lockdown for the next 2 weeks. I would probably guess that that's just kind of the start of it for right now. We're trying to be law-abiding citizens, and the governor has asked churches and other gatherings not to gather if there's any more than 10 people. So, with that in mind, we met for a couple meetings, executive council and regular council, and we decided that, you know what, Immanuel still needs to plod on. We still need to keep going. Something good has been happening lately at Immanuel. I think you probably feel it by now. And I thought, wow, here we go. Everything's just going full tilt, and then bang, we get hit by this. But this doesn't have to be the end of it. And so, as you'll notice, every Sunday around in the morning, there will be a video of my sermon. And so I'll go into the sanctuary, or I'll find a place in which we can all kind of gather digitally, which is, wow, isn't this a sign of the new age or not, eh? But anyways, we're going to do that, and I'm going to try to get out each day a little, maybe no more than 5-minute blurb of encouragement, something to do biblical, and maybe an exegesis of a parable or the scriptures or something. Just something short, just to keep us all in touch. So obviously, all operations in the church are at a standstill, and you know what? Please spread the word to let people know. We are talking also about if there's some of those people who just don't have access to internet or the internet on their phone or anything like that, possibly putting some tiny, and when I say tiny, I mean tiny services together in which under 10 people can gather together, and I will do the sermon there and do just kind of a limited service, probably communion involved in that as well. But that is something you want to go to leadership and church council on and find out, because more than likely it'll be something that you have to sign up for, so that we don't have people coming, not coming when there's everybody coming at once, I guess is what I'm trying to get out to you. Don't take that word as law, though. It's just something that came up the other day. And maybe we'd like your response back to us on that too. So get a hold of a council member, tell them what you think of that if you're interested, or if somebody else is interested, and maybe we can put something small together. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not making any promises, but who knows? Kind of deal. Something else I wanted to talk to you about too was in order for this church to giving and you to keep going, to continue. And this is my least favorite thing to talk about in the world, probably, because I believe that giving is between you and God, and we don't tell people what we give, and it's between us and God. If we start bragging about how we give and all that, then we lose our blessing instantly that we get for fulfilling for giving towards God's great commission. And so I just want to encourage you to still be giving. So drop your tithes and your offerings off. You can get a hold of somebody on council, or you can drop it off at my place. The parsonage just behind the church. The one thing we don't want to happen is people say, well, I'm not going to the church, so I'm not going to give. And then when they come back to the church, there's no church there for them to worship in anymore. And that's what happens in a lot of times like these. History shows that people kind of just stop giving, stop making that effort to drop off their money to the church, and before you know it, they close the doors and go, well, what happened? Well, your covenant between you and God about to continue giving stopped, and so the church stopped. So if you want a church to come back to, let me just encourage you to be faithful. Remember that you're giving to God, and the Great Commission is what this church believes in, reaching out and doing the right things that the Bible asks us to do as a church. And so you're supporting that. You're not just keeping the church physically open. You're supporting the work of Christ. And so please continue and be faithful in that. Don't be offended if every once in a while you maybe get a phone call and just with people saying, you know what, just reminding you of where you can drop off your gift. So, and that's about it right now. Please do keep up on what's going on, and that'll be coming on the Facebook page, Immanuel Alice, Immanuel Lutheran Alice Facebook page. It'll also be on YouTube. The link from the Facebook page will take you to YouTube, and that will be, Alice, Texas, Immanuel Church. And so if you look that up, then you'll find the sermons, and and the words of the day, and these will be in probably chronological order. So have a look for that. And besides that, I can't wait to get back to hang out with you guys again in church. And God bless you. And please do, if you find yourself in a position that's challenging and it doesn't seem like you're going to make it, or you need prayer or whatever like that, please do get a hold of myself or get a hold of somebody on council. If I can't pick up the phone at the time, leave a message. Best thing to do actually is to text me, because I don't miss any texts. I always get back to them eventually. So God bless you. God bless you. The Lord be with you, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.